agroecology, vermiculture, regenerative farming, organic farming. These are the current hot trends in the farming world. To top it off, we have climate change, food security, world nutrition. These are all important and big words. But what happens when you're a farmer and you're farming in a human-wildlife conflict zone? I'm Jean Makrumide and welcome to Incredible Farmers.
I'm Henry Varandin. I am Nyami Road District Council Environmental Officer. I'm the one who is responsible for managing wildlife resources and everything to do with environment here in Nyami. Here where I'm standing here, I'm standing in a place where the boma used to be, and behind my back there, you can see there are 3 patches where the boma have been shifted, and recently it has been shifted on the other side. So what is happening here is Nyami Road District Council, in partnership with each other stakeholders, the stakeholder is named the Wildlife Conservation Action. So they are here to assist us, to bring us the latest technology in terms of regenerating agriculture, which is facilitating to achieve the mantra of middle-income economy, which is in line with the Vision 2030 that is being advocated by our President.
Yeah, district Nyami nema farmers anochengetawo zvipfuwo zvakafanana nemombe, makwai nembudzi. Nokudaro vanhu vanogara zvakare nemhuka dzinova dzatinonge tichibatsirana kuchengetedza pamwe naivo, kuitira kuti kana parine dzimwe dzinenge dzabudawo kubva game area dzichipinda munzvimbo dzavanogara, tinenge tichikwanisa kudzimonitawo uye zvinokuona kuti hadzisi kukanganisa mafamasi nekudyawo zvipfuwo zvavo.
Food security is an important issue all over the world. With the expanding human population and the limited space that we have to produce food that is enough to feed us. At Wildlife Conservation Action, we are also concerned with this for the communities that we work with. And we have discovered that adopting the use of mobile bomas allows them to produce enough food to feed their families and also have a surplus that they can sell to also raise their household income. We have seen that this is an innovative way to produce much enough to feed them whilst using minimum space. So the issue of having enough food and using minimum space demands us to be smart in the way that we plant our food. So mobile bomas help us in this way. Farmers continue to use small spaces and they harvest enough to feed their families and also to have some surpluses to sell. But then this reduces the pressure in land demand, because if they are getting enough from the small areas that they are farming, then they do not need to move on to new areas and exert a lot of pressure on the land that we have set aside for wildlife.
Yeah, iko zvinozvi ndichabvunza gogo ava kuti kushifta kwavanoita bhoma vachiendesa mumunda rinovabatsira sei pakuwedzera menyuwa yavo kana kuti pakuchengetedza zvipfuwo zvavo. Gogo, bhoma iri rimugwasya vieni uri gusya kumuriita wawa wakurivika mukati vamunda?
Ratigwasya kubusya kwaziviwe kuti kazivuka kazichitaka vutu. Sisi tigwasya mabhoma. Tiri kuteka mangoro kutora mumauti manyawu kubika. Izi aziliwe mubikwa manyawu ziravuka kazirika vutu. Kuti amana mabhoma.
Ya gogo ava vari kuti zvoni bhoma iri tikarishifta kubva parinenge riri richienda tichiriisa mumunda rinowedzera menyuwa, zvinozotibatsira isusu kuti tivewo nechikafu chakawanda patinozokohwa.
Ya isu kunoku taisenzesa mupfudzi taingorima chete. Dhaka redu iri mumwe ranga rakanaka, ranga rine tsangazi. Asi yezvino sokugarisa kutaita kunoku tsangazi hapasina. Chikafu chinoti tibvume kunoku chakawanda. Chibage kana tatoona mufudzi ufanika wezvi tiri kuita tiri kubvisa mabhoma. Tinoona mufudzi wekuti chibage chobva chaita, asi tairima mafunde, munga, rukwedza hatirime kunoku. ndezvo tairima zvakatiponesa kubva kuna Zambezo. Chibage taiti tikarima titsvaga kuti tingaite sei kuti chibage chirime kana fotereza chai kunoku nebva fotereza kurefu takusenzesa iye mufudze ukaita bhoma rakadai uchengetedza mufudze wako ubva wamweya mutumakava twato twechibage tuyavi ndokuti uone chibage chakanaka. Kana usina kudaro mvura kunoku region 5 mvura yacho ine shupa ikangonaya chete kamwe chete inobva yaenda. Saka kana tine manyowa ukachera tukomba twako waisa manyowa unokohwa zvekuti zvatisiyana nezvitanga tichiita zviya.
So what they are doing is this is a mobile thing. It's a poly thin sheet they can use to cover a certain area so that it reduces visibility between wildlife and livestock inside the boma, so that whenever the carnivores come in, they will not see what is inside. So this program have helped us in Nyaminyami District Council very much, because from when I joined Nyaminyami to date, we have never recorded any incident whereby an animal has been killed inside the boma, which means this is good initiative and we really appreciate them, and we encourage them to continue issuing more bomas to our farmers. So as you can see from where I'm standing here, this boma have been put inside the field, and this boma is helping farmers to enrich their soil. So you can see this is the current soil that we have at the moment, and we can compare it with the area where the boma has not been put. You can see even the difference in terms of color. This is now rich in terms of nutrients, and this is the usual before the boma has been inserted here. So this boma has helped in terms of fighting be it malnutrition issues. As you are aware that we are now having the climate change issue that is roving around all over the world, whereby climate change is affecting all the facets of food provisioning, be it food production, food accessibility, and food utilization. So by having this component of bomas, which is assisting our farmers to yield more on a small piece of land, at the same time lessening the labor they used to have to remove these manures, spreading them in the field. Currently using this technique, they are just shifting the boma. Like you can see the patches over there, these are the areas where the boma has been shifted around, and currently it is now inserted here. As you are aware, what the chief was saying, that previously this area used to have some problems with kwashiorkor due to some deficiencies, but due to this program, people are now having access to nutrients where they are using to put in their gardens, and they are now having a better vegetable production.
Lions are beautiful animals and are soon to be extinct. There are only 20,000 lions left in the wild. Yes, we should save, conserve, preserve this magnificent animal. But what if we have to choose between lions and humanity?
Mutsauko wavapo ndiwo kudai makare kare taitambura ndikuchengeta zvifuwo zvedu. Nikuda kuti mapere kunyange ife kugara pachigariro shumba dzanga dzataka semaitiro aita mapere. Saka nokuda kuti kushaya kwazvinoita zvokudya shumba dzauya manje. Saka taitambura chero zvokutoti maybe dzikangoswera zviri mumafuro unongozoona mombe yako yaruma. Saka pakazoitwa chirongwa ichi chatibatsira, asi hazvirevi kuti kana iri musango hairume kuti une bhoma. Tichikuramba tichizvifudza, tikutuma vakomana vanoenda nadzo, asi vakomana vacho vanenge vamwe mawikendi. Isusu pakati pemazuva apa tikati tichizviteera isusu varidzi manguva pakati apa vanenge vachienda kuchikoro. Saka ikangorara musango chete. Ini ndakarasikirwa panapa nemombe dzinokwana 3 azida kurumirwa kurefayo kufura paprimary taishaya kuti mombe dzangu dzaenda kupi tinopembera kutsvaka makomo mese umu nyamiseredzo mombe dziri padhuze saka takazonzwa manje kumanheru umwe mukomana auya aswanja pane mombe yarumu apa kuzoenda shuwa kuwana mombe yato ndofunga yakanzwa vanhu vaifamba ndobva yasiya saka imwe yacho yakatorumirwa kusati kunonzi kusibhirobhiro yaenda nevakomana maweekend pasaturday ya tinotera mafuro mune mafuro manyoro saka but since vauya vakomana takazodzidziswa manje kuti aiwa mombe munofanira kuti kuva nemunhu anofamba nadzo saka vakabatsira usiku hatichatya toziva kuti dzakaprotectwa maona zvandakuratidza dakachechi pamwe makusenotowana matsimbe eshumba yotendera kuzoti shumba dzanga dzauya panapa saka sinzi chirongwa chaita izvozvizvi ndofunga paafter makore atavana chatodzikira hatina mombe yakarumwa mudanga sezvataitwa kuti apa taisa fenzi yamaona apo iyo yaipaza kuenda mombe iyo mombe ikaona shumba yojamba kunze dzimwe shumba dzinotojambira muka saka chirongwa chemabhoma ichi chatibatsira
area yekwa Chief Mola inova iri ward 3 yenyaminyami RDC area iri neboundary ne settlement yatoti Bumi Hills area kunova kune mhuka dzinogara ikoko dzakafanana neshumba nenzou dziri ikoko zvakadai kune maproblems ataisangana nawo muarea medu akafanana neshumba dziri kupinda dzichibata malivestock muarea imomo nokudaro takambozamawo kumboita measures ataitaisira kuti tikwanise kubatsira mafarmers ari imomo kusvika tazowanawo partner vana veWCA vakauya vane mabomas vakaintroduce mabomas iwayo kubva time yakaintroduce mabomas iwayo hapana mhuka dzakadzakudi zvifo zvazvakubatwa mumabomas nokudaro takanyatsoona kuti shumba zvikare haikwanisa kuti ikwanise kuataka sei zvifo zviri mumatanga nenyaya yekuti hapana pasina visibility yekuti iona kuti mhuka iyi tinokwanisa kuibata here kubva ipapo kusvika pari zvino tiri kunyatsoona kuti rate yekubatwa kwezvifo izvozvi yadzikira nenyaya yekuti vabereki vangu vakwanisa kuita kuchivharira mhuka dzavo mumanheke maproblems atava kutosangana nawo ndeyekuti zvipfuwo zviri kubatwa zviri kunze padzinenge zviri kumafuro.
My name is Kudakwashe Chuma. I'm the Programs Assistant Officer in Nyami. I'm responsible for implementation and coordination of the Human Wildlife Conflicts Project mitigation in Nyami. The programs entails like we are responsible for reducing the conflict between humans and wildlife. Hence we are using different approaches, like we are coming up with the use of mobile bomas.
We have tools that we are in place for human-carnivore conflict mitigation, including the strengthening of our traditional bomas that they have. We also have mobile bomas that are used to protect their livestock at night. The bomas have a dual purpose. They work to protect the livestock at night, but they can also be moved around in the fields, thereby fertilizing the fields, minimizing on the labor that is needed to transport manure, which is what people used to do conventionally. When you are moving those bomas within your field, you are fertilizing your field, and come rainy season, you are assured that your harvest is going to improve, which is what we have been hearing from the more than 80 farmers that we have that have adopted the use of mobile bomas within their homestead, that their harvests have improved every year from the time that they started using mobile bomas. We know that mobile bomas are effective in mitigating against carnivore conflict. We also know that they are very effective in helping household level food security, which is also a big issue for us as a project, to ensure that the livelihoods of the communities that we work with are improved.
Okay, human-wildlife conflict, we are basically saying people and wildlife, they share the same space, and wildlife came into the communities attacking livestock, which is the community's livelihoods. and hence people, they retaliate by killing those wildlife. Hence this interaction is what we refer to as human-wildlife conflicts. So we as Wildlife Conservation Action, we are trying by all means to reduce this conflict between humans and wildlife, such that people will not kill or look or view wildlife as an enemy, but they are viewing wildlife as a benefit. Hence, we are trying to protect the communities and as well as protecting wildlife, so that we reduce that direct interaction where wildlife attacks livestock.
Anyway, what I spoken before that, I said that the lion, it came at night. That's why that's boma. If it comes, it goes round about it. So the noise, the cattle, what is inside, they cannot hear. They can see they cannot see the lion. Even the lion cannot see the cattle inside. So that's why we say the boma is nice to us, because we protected them. So they cannot see each other, because as soon as they see each other, especially cattle can jump out. Then the lion falls that, then they kill that lion, kill that cattle. So, but now that's why we say we ought to put above 2 meters, so that they cannot see each other inside. Because as soon as the lion see the cattle inside, it can jump inside also. Then that's why we say boma is nice to us. Also, what I'm saying, I want to tell you about the boma. It's not because of to protect it from the lion. What I'm happening, you can see I put that boma in my field, so that the manure comes from that. If they put manure and mombe inside my field, then I grow big bumpers of maize, or even the sugar cane. Anything I put inside, even manures, we call it in Shona, or in Tonga we call it mapopwe. So they grow. It's different where there's no boma. Maybe sometimes I can go and show you what I'm doing here. So during the rain, I moved that thing. I put it outside. But now after the rain, I put inside to make it, to have more fertilizer. Because the side where there's the boma, it's a fertilizer inside there. That's why I get enough crops or food to feed my people. That's why I'm using this boma to put in my field. It's good to protect the cattle, but it's good also to me, to give me some food. You see.
In Nyami Road district, there is a lot of activities that are taking place here. There is tourism, be it in wildlife tourism and agro-tourism, and there is also small-scale farming activities that are happening here. You can see all these things, all these activities are happening within the same district, and there is a component of understanding each other, and this is possible if there is tolerance between these activities. And we can only say the tolerance is brought in by different stakeholders that are trying to train our people within the district to say these things are possible. There is no enmity between animal and human, and even between an animal and livestock. So everything that we do here in Nyami, it is based on scientific knowledge, whereby we are incorporating everyone on the board to say come and assist Nyami to make sure that the recent scientific technology and the recent scientific trainings that are all over the world can be brought in to Nyami to make sure that people are coexisting. As you can see that we are now having partnered with Wildlife Conservation Action, which is assisting us by bringing in the latest technology, which is the boma technology, which is assisting. And before we adopted the boma technology, we used to have animals being killed every day, every night inside traditional crows. But after inception of this program, to all those farmers who have incepted that program, we have recorded new to date. So which shows that this technology is very crucial and is very effective in order to facilitate the coexistence between humans and wildlife.
Ini ndonzi custody chachema ndoshanda ku WCA, ndoshanda ndiri community guardian ndichiita boma monitoring, head assessment, crew assessment, sport tracking. Paboma monitoring tinenge tichitarisa boma mamiriro arakaita kuti richiri rakanaka here kubva patakariisa, kuitira kuti mhuka dzisakwanise kupinda kuti dziafecte mombe dzinenge dziri muboma. Pamacrows totarisa kuti kuro height yekuro riri right here kuti mhuka ikwanise kujamba kuti ipinde mukati, nevisibility kuti harisi kunyanya kuvaranga here kuti shumba dzoona mombe dzinenge dziri mukati. Then pamaspores tinotracka mamovement eshumba. Kana tawana shumba dzapinda mucommunity, then toadvise community kuti vavharire mombe nokutsvaga zvifuwo nguva ichiripo.
There is a misconception that humans and animals can't coexist. You know, Nyami is a district which its economy anchors on wildlife. So there is a need for us to coexist with these animals, whereby humans and animals are living within the same area without having any challenge. So we think the Wildlife Conservation Action, they are mainly focusing on carnivores through issuing these bomas, and once the lion or a hyena can't see what is inside the boma, then it can't enter or it can't kill an animal inside. This is seen from what we have from our records, that from the inception of this project up to date, we have 0 animals that have been killed inside the bomas. So we want to completely eradicate from other areas that we have not yet covered so far within Nyami to make sure that we have 0 animals that are being killed, the areas like Msamba, Negante, Nebiri. So we need other stakeholders to chip in so that they can assist us to reduce this thing, or to make sure that we completely eradicate this thing within the district.
Mobile bomas are an exciting and innovative technology that have the farmers that have benefited from them as a result of Wildlife Conservation Action very excited to compare the harvest that they obtain after moving a boma within their fields and from the fields that are not fertilized by the bomas. For example, Mr. Siadembe, he was excited holding 2 cobs, one that he had harvested from a boma fertilized plot and one that was from a non-boma fertilized plot. It was clear in his excitement, it was clear in his eyes that bomas are a useful agroecological technology that can help address the food security situation within Nyami at household level. And they can also reduce the pressures from looking for more and more land to grow enough food to feed their families. So adopting this technology and supporting it and spreading it is one way to ensure that households harvest enough to feed themselves and also have some surpluses that they can also sell to address household level income.
We need to find ways to produce more from less. Every farmer knows that the climate is changing. The hard-facing reality is that climate change has a direct impact on the health of the planet. Whilst the human population is increasing, the amount of arable land is decreasing. That is why agroecology should be the center of every farming enterprise. Farming in harmony with nature. Not disruptive, non-destructive, but complementary agriculture. Essential technologies like the boma must become national. This is regenerative agriculture, rebuilding, restoring the soil structure. If we do not encourage and duplicate such ecological practices like the boma, we should not be surprised when one day we wake up and we find out that the soil has become extinct.
Thank you viewers for watching Incredible Farmers. For our previous episodes, you can always log on to our YouTube channel, which is Kumran TV. Don't also forget to subscribe and leave a comment. Next time, same time, next week. See you.